Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning once again. How are we doing? It's a beautiful morning, and we thank God for another live, another day as we share on our platform here. How are we doing when you get on here? Double tap for us when you get on here. Let us know where you are tapping in from. Today we are a bit late, but look at it this way: better late than never, right? So we like that, better late than never. How are we doing? How are you doing? How is everything going for you? How is everything going for you? I'm looking this way as I share to our other platforms. We got to get our members on here. So you are very much welcome. You are very, very much welcome. How is the day going so far for you? How is the day going so far for you? I always love, 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 love it when I'm able to come on here to chit chat with us to find out how things are going for us and all of the good stuff. So you are very much welcome. It is always a pleasure to be here. Let's do this. Our other platform was off. Okay, there we go. So how are we doing? Please double tap for us. When you get on here, whoever is on here, welcome, 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 welcome. As I said today, we are a bit late, but better late than never. How are we doing? How are we doing? How are we doing? How was the week so far? How was the week? How was the week? How was your week? How was your week? How is everything? Right? As we share to our platform right here, let me know how your week was. It is always a blessing to be here with you, always a blessing to have you around, always a blessing to not only um, communicate right with you, but also be a blessing onto others and onto ourselves. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm super excited whenever I come on here to have a conversation with us. So you are very much welcome. How is the week? How was the week? How was the week? As I share to our other platform, please do same for me. Do same for me. It's always a pleasure to have you here supporting us. So welcome, 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 welcome. It is a dose of encouragement incorporated. If you do not know, my name is Amanda Akrofi Aye, and I love it being here with you. As you can see today, our main topic is you are the project. Make you a priority. You are the project. Make you a priority. Make you the center of everything. Make you that person. Make you that place that people want to be. Make you that space that you want to see yourself because you are indeed that priority, right? Never ever sell yourself short. Never ever tell yourself that you don't matter. Never ever tell yourself that, oh, nothing good is going to come out of you. Never ever tell yourself that, oh, who are you or who am I, right? Don't ever say that to yourself because you know what? Through it all, whatever we go through, however we go through it, we are indeed that project. We are indeed that final space. We are indeed where we want to be, right? How we want to see ourselves, where we want to get to. That is who we are. So we are the project. Pay a little close attention to yourself. Pay much attention to yourself. Let people say, hey, she or he is, what do you call it, selfish. But pay attention to yourself. You can't pour from an empty vessel. I always say this: you cannot pour from an empty vessel. Never. You can do that, right? You gotta take care of yourself. I'm looking this way because I'm sharing to our other platform on Facebook for us. But you cannot pour from something that you don't have. You cannot pour from somewhere that you haven't grazed, a pot that you haven't grazed, right? A pot that you haven't put butter in it. You cannot pour that flour into it, right? You cannot pour into yourself or pour into other people's life when you yourself, you are not taking care of your life. You cannot do that. And so it is important to pour into your own self. You are that project. You are that space. You are you. Take care of yourself first, and every other thing will follow suit. Every other thing will fall back in place. Every other thing will work for your good, right? So pour into yourself. One more second. There we go. Pour into yourself. Pour into yourself. You are the project. If you don't build yourself, who will? If you don't grow, who will? If you don't allow yourself to get to the stage where you can say, indeed, I'm glad I'm here, who will? Right? Pour into you. You are who you want to be. You are how you want to be. Pour into yourself. Because healing, success, and growth, that is where it starts. It's all start with you. It all start with you. It's all start with you. Don't fall short in what you are supposed to do. Don't fall short in how you're supposed to take care of yourself. Do not fall short. Do not fall short. Don't do it. Because you will look back and say to yourself that, why did I do this? You will look back and say to yourself that, how did I get here? Morning, Richmond, how are you doing? Right? You will look back and say that to yourself. Pour into you. I see many people saying to themselves, oh, I'm going to be all right. And they are not taking care of themselves. Take care of you. And every other thing will fall in place. Heal, grow, and succeed. Yes, I'm well, and how is school? Right? Heal. It doesn't matter how, what anybody says, heal. Making you a priority isn't being selfish. Making you a priority means that you are taking good care of yourself, because as I always say, you can never ever dish from something that you don't have. And most people, that is what we are doing. We are looking at what people will say. We are looking at how they will look at us. We are looking at what they might say we have done. And we neglecting ourselves. Take care of you, and every other thing will fall in place. Take care of you, and you would look back and say, I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did not sit down and allow this thing to go the way it was going. I'm glad I took that chance. Take care of you. Because I say this to say that what you don't have, you cannot give. What you don't have, you cannot give. And what you don't give, people cannot have. Right? What you can give, people cannot have. Right? Because make you a priority. Your breakthrough starts with the moment you choose you. Your grace starts with the moment you choose you. Your betterment starts with the moment you choose you. So if you need time to heal, take time to heal. right? If you need time to heal, take time to heal, but choose you. Make yourself that project. Make yourself that priority. Today I am taking my time. Because you all know when you come in here, it's like, let's go. But today I'm taking my time so that it can sink in. Right? You cannot give out what you don't have. You can't. And so take time and take care of that project. Take time and take care of you being the project. Right? Take time and take time to heal you. Because guess what? You are your greatest achievement or investment. If you cannot invest in yourself, nobody will. And if you want to go further in life, you have to go deeper within, right? Because look at it this way, we often invest in things, clothes, devices, relationships, right? But we forget ourselves. We forget that our mindset, our emotional health, our spiritual health also matters, right? So you are your greatest investment. Invest in you. As you keep investing in other things, take time to invest in your own self. Take time to build you. Take time to evolve. There is nothing wrong in you evolving. There is nothing wrong in you building for you. There is nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with that. Guys, double tap for us. Put your questions in the chat if you have any. Right? You are the project, so build you. Right? You are the project, so build you. Because the best investment you can give or you can make is in yourself. That is Warren Buffett, right? He said the greatest investment you can make in yourself, or the best investment, is the one you can make in yourself. How can you make yourself the topmost priority and at the end of the day, you don't become selfish? Is there a balance to make to achieve focus to achieve focusing on yourself and becoming selfless as well? Yes, you can, Richmond. You can. You remember, as I said, you cannot serve from an empty vessel, right? So, in whatever it is, you come first, right? Because ask yourself this: if I am not able to provide for that person that is seeking help from me, what good am I to them, right? If I do not have the strength, if I do not have the capability, if I do not have the resources, making myself a priority, I need to be filled in order to have enough to dish out, right? So if you do not have all of these, how then do you help somebody else, right? Now, we are not saying that when you do that, you have to solely neglect or forget about every other person. No. But if you don't have, that is what making yourself a priority is. How then do you give, right? Which one do you get the what do you call it? It starts with you investing in yourself. So if people are seeking counsel from you, Make sure you are top notch. Make sure you are investing by studying. Make sure you are getting what you need to get in order to pour into people's life. Make sure you are not neglecting yourself. Make sure you are not saying to yourself, oh, I will get to me when I'm done helping everybody else. You are going to break down. You are going to break down. Make yourself that project, that priority, right? You cannot heal what you refuse to acknowledge. So if there is something going on, you cannot heal if you do not acknowledge that. If you are in pain, you cannot heal if you cannot acknowledge that I am in pain. If you cannot acknowledge that I'm dealing with some difficulties, if you cannot. Healing starts when you acknowledge what you are facing, right? So I said, growth starts when honesty begins. When you are truthful to yourself, when you said to yourself, okay, I'm here. This is where I find myself. This is what I need to do to get where I need to be. Right? Acknowledge that. Because what most of us do is we avoid that self work. Because either it is uncomfortable or either we don't want to deal with it. But look at it this way, avoiding it doesn't stop the pain. Avoiding it only delays your healing. Avoiding it only delays what you can achieve. Avoiding it only delays where you can get to. Avoiding it only make you sit at that same space that you don't want to see yourself. Right? So don't avoid it. I said, if you don't heal from that hurt, you will bleed on people who did not catch you. I remember the very first time somebody said this statement to me. I was like, bleeding on you? What do you mean? I said to her, I'm not car. What do you mean I'm bleeding on you? Most of we are not in the same space for me to be bleeding on you. What are you talking about? Right? But what this means is that you are having a displacement. Right? Displacement of anger, displacement of your pain, displacement going through something, but putting it on the person who did not do anything to you. Right? I salute you to my brother, come with testimony. Right? So bleeding on somebody who did not do anything to you, who did not offend you. Guys, double tap on the like button for us so our Facebook can push it out for us. Thank you very much. Right? So acknowledge that. Because when you refuse to acknowledge that, you are standing still. You are exactly where you are. There is no progress. And there is no going forward. Prioritize yourself. Serve yourself better. Serve yourself a little more. Give yourself a little more grace. Right? I said you are never meant to help others whilst you are neglecting yourself. Again, it circles back to what? Not serving from an empty vessel. You said the finest hajj of our time. Right? Thank you. Right? Put yourself first. Never neglect yourself, because that's what most of us we are doing. Neglecting ourselves, forgetting that we have needs, or you have something you got to deal with. Right? I said, thank you, my dear. I said, especially in service oriented work like nonprofit, burnt out is real. Right? Burnt out is real. Serve you. Guys, we need the likes and the hearts. That's the only way Facebook can push us forward. Right? Don't neglect yourself. Take care of you. Right? Teach yourself to get some self-care. Right? Because self-care is not self-centered. It is a purpose preservation. Right? Self-care is a purpose preservation. Take care of you. It is not you being selfish. Right? Because caring for yourself is not self-indulgence. But sometimes you need to devote yourself for others to reach a point. Yes. But again, my brother Kwame's testimony, you cannot serve from an empty vessel. Guys, if you are new here, this is a Dose of Encouragement Incorporated. This is our sub-umbrella from our main umbrella, supporting the needy in our own little or small way. If you don't know who I am, my name is Amanda Kofi. I am the founder of a Dose of Encouragement Incorporated, where every year we support the needy one way or the other. But every week, I'm stuck with you, right? Where we learn from each other. You learn from me, I learn from you. I might not know everything, but we learn from each other, right? So welcome. If you have not connected with us yet, please do hit the follow button and turn your notifications on, so that when we come online, you can get notified that we are here. Thank you. You might be somebody's source of blessing, so do share this to be a blessing to others for us. Thank you so much for the support. Right? So my brother Kwame testimony, as I was saying, you cannot serve from an empty vessel. You need to help others to get where they need to get to, but you need to take care of yourself enough to have more to dish out. Right? That is what you got to do. Because without that, you are running on an empty fuel. Right? And you cannot get anywhere running on an empty fuel or an empty tank. Right? But look at it this way. You are not behind. You are just now choosing you. That is what I wrote. Right? You are just now choosing you. It's never too late to start working on yourself. It's never too late to choose you. It's never too late to say that I'm going to focus a little bit more on myself before I pour out. But sometimes you make yourself a priority and others think you are too known. Let them think you are too known. Taking care of yourself is not self-centered. I said it. You were late, so I get it. No, you cannot also say you will not help at all. Right? Make sure you are filled first. Right? Make sure you are filled first. So it's never too late to start working on yourself. I said many people feel they have missed their moment, right? But it's never too late. Because look at it this way: you are breathing, you still have purpose. You are breathing, you still have life. You are breathing, you can start. You can be on your way to that space you want to be. You can be on your way to that stage you want to be. It's never too late. My brother, crime testimony. If you always have the mentality of wanting appreciation, you will never do anything. Yes, appreciations are good, but have it at the fore side that you are doing that thing for you. You are doing that thing because you've been instructed to do, not by human, but by the one above, right? And so do not look at what people ain't doing for you for what you're doing for them. You get what I'm saying? Right? Don't look at it like that, because when you do, then you will stop working for people or you will stop helping people altogether. Right? So don't do that. Right? Look at you in a way that it has given you self fulfillment. I always do what I love to do. Yes, there you go. Right? If that thing is your calling, see, for those of us that have callings, right, it is difficult to deviate. Even when people have shown you the other side, right? Even when people have shown you the other side, it is difficult, right? Very difficult to deviate from the purpose of which you've been sent, right? Sometimes it becomes very difficult to do that, but you have to. That is the downside of you being called to help, right? So don't think you've missed your purpose. You still have a purpose, right? Don't be afraid to start over. Don't be afraid to redo certain things. You are just starting from scratch. It's okay, right? It's okay. Because look at it this way: your growth also unlocks the growth of others, right? As you grow, they grow. Because who here remembers when I said a while back, I said, sometimes we might be doing things that you might not know people are watching from afar, but they are. So your growth allows them to grow, right? I said, when you grow, others grow around you. Let them know the vision of you becoming that impact, right? Of you becoming that impact that people you haven't even met yet will benefit from. Success leave clues on the wall. It leave marks, footprint, right? So as you going, as you growing, as you evolve it, you might think that nobody is watching, but it's leaving a mark on the wall. Right? If what happens like what I'm saying, rephrase that, right? Then we have then you If it happens like what you are saying, then we have made ourselves man oriented. Which one are you talking about? Remind me. Right? Is it about you not being behind? Right? You might be the key to somebody else's freedom. You might be that person that person sitting there needs to know or needs to see. Right? Yes, please. My brother come testimony. Remind me to what? Right? Let people know that you are growing. Is that what you are talking about when we spoke about your growth, unlocking other people's growth? Or the one that I said you are not behind, you are just choosing you? Which of the subtopics? Right? So I know what exactly I'm addressing to you. Right? Yes, please, to which one? If it were to be I mentioned two things. Yes, please, to which one? Clarify. Right? Oh, both. So you are not you are not behind, and your growth unlocks somebody's growth. No, you are not man-centered. You haven't made yourself man-centered. So when I said that you are not you are not behind, you are now choosing you. Look at it this way. You've always put others first, right? But you keep neglecting yourself. What good does that do to you? You will break down, right? You wouldn't be able to help anymore because now you're weak, you're tired, you empty, right? So with that, you won't be able to be of any help to anybody. That doesn't make you man-centered, right? That only makes you real. And you know the funny thing, guys, sometimes it's okay to voice it out that I need time for me. I need time for me. Sometimes you need to say that. And you know what? If they're going to say you are too selfish, you are too self-centered, let them do it. Because what good does it do them when you're not able to be of help to them? It doesn't do anybody good, right? It doesn't do anyone good, not yourself and not to the person you're helping. Then I am broken and vanished. What do you mean you are broken and vanished? Right? Seriously, it doesn't do anybody good. Because if I'm not able to help you, what good am I to you? If I cannot take care of myself, what good am I to you? I am not. But if I'm able to fill up, if I'm able to pour a little more into me, I'm able to come back recharged. I'm able to come back stronger. I'm able to come back and help you more. Right? Do we get the picture? If I have to stay on this so we get it and not go on the other point, we can. So next week we can continue. Today we started a little bit about 10 minutes late, right? So we still have what, 20 minutes more or 25 more minutes? Yes, then you do. Right? Because it serves nobody good. Not you, not the person that you are helping. If you are not able to help you And when we're talking of help you, if you need time to rest, take time to rest. If you need time to unwind, take time to unwind, right? But don't say, oh, she needs me, he needs me, I gotta go, 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 go. You are going to break down. And you know the funny thing, when you break down and you are not of any help to them, they will move on to the next person. What good is that to you? That is why the main topic here, you are the project. I should have made it you are also the project, but you are the project. Make you a priority. That doesn't make you selfish. It only makes you human. It only makes you reasonable. You know why I'm saying that? Because most times, all we know is go, 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 go. Because they need me. He needs me. That's all we know. Right? But of course, if that is your call, and sometimes it is difficult to see it from the other angle that you need to take a break. Right? Yes. Richmond, yes. If you are if sometimes, but when you have that pause and you come back to your, let me you borrow the word, your senses, right? Good morning, love. Right? When you come back to you, it's okay. Sometimes you don't even need to tell whoever you helping that you need help. Yes, you breaking down is what they want. Yep. So don't give them that. Sometimes I believe talk is cheap. Where I come from, you are the last on the list. True talk. Because nobody want to see what you need to go through to make sure they are okay. Sometimes you meet people, or sometimes you find yourself surrounded by people that only want to take and not see you. Now, I'm in no way, shape, or form saying it's not good to help. If you know me, you know me, right? I'm not saying that. When we're talking of you being the project and you make you a priority, what we're talking about is take time to refill. You can be refilling, and the person you helping doesn't know you are refilling. That is the difference between people letting everybody know, oh, I cannot help you right now. Da, 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 da. Honey, reduce that. Right? And you refilling, but yet nobody knows. You are not left behind, or you are not behind. You are now choosing you. You are now getting to understand that you matter. Right? That you matter. Because I tell you this, if you should hit the ground today, they will find somebody else. What good is that to you? Right? That doesn't make you selfish. Right? It does not make you selfish. Please take time to prioritize you, to make you the project. Right? Because you will come back and thank me later. Right? And then you said the other one, Your growth unlocks other people's growth. I have never seen anyone being around somebody who grows and not grow unless the person doesn't want to grow, right? Because look at it this way. Let's be practical here. If somebody you are being of help to sees that you might not have it, but yet you're doing everything possible to educate yourself, guys, let the likes and the loves keep flowing, right? That you don't have all, like you're not all up here, but every opportunity, you finding every opportunity to upgrade yourself. You think they're gonna sit there? They're not, unless they choose not to. And in that situation, you choose and pick if you're still gonna be associated or help that person if they're not willing to upgrade themselves, especially when they are free resources, right? So you realize that they might not tell you that what you're doing is affecting them, but they'll be doing the same, right? The vision that you carry will impact somebody else, right? My brother Kwam testimony, did I do justice to re-explaining that to you? Right? Because look at it this way. Showing up for others when you are not showing up for yourself, what good is that? You cannot show up for others if you don't show up for yourself. You don't expect people to brush up the dirt of themselves when you yourself, you dirty. Yes? No? Maybe so? If I'm dirty, how then do I tell you to brush up? Right? I wrote here, I said, neglecting yourself while serving everyone else lead to burnt out, not breakthrough. Right? Pouring into others are good. Being of help is good. What good does it give you if you are burnt out? Make time for you. If it's one day in the week, make time for you. I said making time for your healing, rest, and spiritual growth isn't selfish. It's wise. Right? Love yourself a little bit. Let me repeat that. Love yourself a little bit. It shouldn't be anything fancy. It shouldn't be anything huge. But take a day out of that week, out of that month, and say, today is me day. And in those me days, enjoy it, even if there is nothing that you have to. When I say enjoy it, doesn't mean go out, no. You can, as a matter of fact, enjoy yourself by being in your own space. Right? Take a day to unwind. Take a day for a reflection. Take a day to look at those things that you've been doing. How benefit has it been for people? How beneficial has it been for you? Loving yourself isn't vanity. It is sanity. That is Katrina Meyer, right? She said, loving yourself isn't vanity. It is you keeping your your cup on. Why aren't you doing that? Why aren't you showing up for yourself? Because you're worried about what people will say? Because you are worried about how society will see you? Yes, sometimes it gets to all of us. What are people going to say about me? We've all been there before, one way, shape, or form. Right? But when you become, or when you get in the known of your priorities, of you mattering more than what you give yourself credit for, you think differently. Some of us, sometimes it takes us getting into certain situations to figure that out. It's okay. It's never too late. Right? That we need to show up for ourselves. Sometimes it takes us that long. It's okay. Right? Sometimes you need to withdraw to quiet places. Even our Lord Jesus did that. Do we all remember that? So sometimes you need that me time. Sometimes you need that shutting of the door time. Sometimes you need to pour into yourself. Please do. Because look at it this way. You are allowed to evolve. You are allowed to grow without apologizing. Right? I wrote here, I said, don't apologize for outgrowing the old version of you. Be unapologetic. Right? Because what we see is that people feeling guilty of changing, especially when others expect them to stay the same way they've been all these years. Right? Because look at it this way, your growth might end up hurting your friends, might end up hurting relationships, might end up hurting habits, or even your environment. But sometimes it's worth it. Evolve, grow, right? Don't expect me to stay exactly where you want me to be. Grow out of it, evolve out of it. You might not be who you used to be. That's okay. As long as you are growing and you are evolving, it's okay. As long as you are not staying exactly where you are and you are bettering yourself, you are growing. It's okay. It is okay to grow, right? Stop shrinking to fit in places you've outgrown out of, right? Oh, that is how they see me to be, though, so that is how I need to be. No. Who told you that? Honey, reduce that, please. Right? Don't force yourself to shrink in there. You've outgrown that. Expand. Evolve for your betterment, for your greatness. Don't shrink to fit in that box, to fit in that space. Because look at it this way. If you respect yourself, boundaries will be formed. Can I say that again? If you respect yourself, boundaries will be formed, or boundaries are formed of self respect. Right? Right? I said every time you say no to what drains you, you say yes to building you. We can end off this. I want us to picture ourselves. Give me a second, okay? I'll go get something from the box. Okay, when I'm done, all right? I want you to picture this, right? Picture that scenario where everything was draining. How are you feeling? Suffocated, I believe. Did it build you up? No. It made you stay worried, distracted, confused sometimes, right? Great, right? A great one, right? What good did it do you? It's saying, let each of you look not only to his own interest, but also to the interest of others. But it didn't say neglect yourself. Are we getting it? It didn't say neglect yourself, right? Even on the mountain, Christ excluded himself to pray for some quiet time, left the disciples for some quiet time. Yes, it didn't say neglect yourself, neglect your needs, right? Right? My brother Kwame testimony, we are not saying put more on you than others. He says you're quoting the Bible, bro. Reality is real, right? Isn't the same Bible that says never serve from an empty vessel? My brother come testimony, get us that quotation since you go in there, right? Isn't the same one that said never serve from an empty vessel, right? It goes hand. My brother come testimony, what we are trying to say here is it goes hand in hand. You cannot give more and then the balance tilt. It got to be this way or this way, right? On a scale, one cannot be heavier than the other. That is what we're talking about here, right? I said, you teach people how to treat you by what you allow, right? you are still becoming that person that God wants you to be, right? Give yourself grace, give yourself time, give yourself that ability to evolve in all and in everything. Grow, evolve, push through, right? That is what we're talking about here. Invest in you, right? I said, investing in you honors God's creation, right? Because look at it this way. I said, God didn't create you to live small, stressed, and stuck. Since Kwame testimony is taking us there, right? Right? Your mindset, your habit, character is a form of worship and stewardship. So, my brother Kwame's testimony, coming back to you, what good does it serve you or does it serve God when you are down and not taking care of yourself, serving from an empty vessel? Right? What good does it do you? Right? What good does it do you? Hmm? It's a question. What good does it serve? It doesn't serve any good. He says, you come first, I tell you the truth, no cap. Look, if you have not been there before, you will not understand. Take a little time for yourself. Take a little time to grow, to take care of you. It's okay to say no sometimes. It's okay to take time to heal. It's okay to start working on you today. Because look at it this way, you were called, you were chosen, you are equipped, right? By God. But you got to be willing to put that to work. You got to be willing to put you first. You got to be willing to prioritize that vessel He entrusted to you. Let me say it again. God called us to equip us, right? To give us everything we need. But we gotta be willing to prioritize this vessel that He gave us, He entrusted us with, in order to be able to help others. My brother Kwame testimony, again, you are twisting everything, right? These quotations are good, right? But did you hear what I just said? Do you trust what He gave you? You. Let me ask you this. Let's be practical here. If you help somebody on monthly basis, right? if you help somebody on monthly basis, and then they come to you every time, you are able to give them, how do you think they are going to, because humans are humans, feel when they come back 2 3 times and you are not able to help them because you are sick, because you haven't worked and you don't have anything in your pocket? How do you think their reactions will be? Are they going to take time to even say, oh, let me help it? It's only but few. But let me bust your mind a bit. Have you also realized that for the people that always help others, they barely get any help when they are in need? Hmm? So if you do not take care of yourself, how do you help yourself? Do you get the picture now? Everything you are saying is right. Love thy neighbor as thyself is right. Pour into others is right. But he also says to prioritize that vessel he has given us. Now you're making us go into the Bible, right? He also says that, and I've entrusted you with this, right? You gotta take care of of it. Because if you don't take care of it, what happens to that? That is you neglecting it. That is you not paying attention to it, right? Look at it this way. You need to envision yourself as a giver. This is how I think. Or as a helper, this is how I think, right? Let me put you all into it. You need to envision yourself to be in the position to be able to help all the time, right? But when you do that, most times, you forget you are human. You forget that sometimes you also need the blinds being shut. That is what we are refusing, or we are forgetting to look at, right? Ask yourself, I help people. What is that one self-centered mood activated? That is not you being selfish, though. Remember that. What is that one thing that you've neglected in doing for yourself for a very long time? Put that in the chat for me, right? What is that one thing, right? That you've neglected to do all these while. And what is that one thing that you will be able to start doing to get yourself back in shape? I love it when there is engagement and when there are questions like that, right? As I always say, I might not know everything. That's why we learn from each other, right? If you are new here and you haven't followed us yet, please go ahead and do a Dose of Encouragement Incorporated on all of the social media platforms except TikTok, right? This is a sub umbrella of what we focus on. Our main mission is helping eradicate poverty in our own little or small way, right? We might not always be able to support, but we always try to direct people the right way, right? One way, shape, or form. So, what is that one thing that you have neglected all this while, right? It is time to take care of you. He says, make I quote the Bible small. Mark 12:31. The second is this: love your neighbor as thyself. There is no commandment greater than these. Self love is the first and greatest, right? We just don't know how to go about it. I send them 100, they say small money. But how long did it take me to make that money? Now that I am taking care of my own self, even though broke, come and see the names they are giving me. Right? My brother come testimony. Do you see that? It is always gonna be like that, but you got a decision to make if you are going to let yourself down by not taking care of yourself. Right? Because look at it this way, in life, in this life, we sometimes people find themselves in situations that they cannot talk about it, right? Because they neglected themselves. And so it is important to prioritize yourself. It's okay to make it hand in hand, go hand in hand, but make you the project. So this week, right, as we go out there, it's okay to say no. It's okay to take time to heal. It's okay to unwind and take time for you. It's okay to start working for you or on you, right? Let's go out there this week, putting ourselves as the project, putting ourselves as the person in need. That way, we will be able to be filled to serve. We'll be able to fill and to push out, to fill and to pour into people's life, to fill and to have our foundations not shaken. Go out there and be a project for yourself, for your growth. Put you first. Put you first. Because when you are empty, that person would walk away to the next person. So fill up. Have a solid foundation. Right? Let's put ourselves first. Because being burnt out is not funny. It's not a funny place to be at all. When all you know to do is help, but yet you are burnt out. Don't be burnt out. Build for you. Keep yourself up and put yourself first. Let's keep this conversation going and let's see how best we can either encourage each other, support each other, and be a blessing to each other, one way, shape, or form. Thank you for always supporting. God bless you too, my brother. Call me testimony. Right? Put yourself at the forefront to be able to be filled. So let's keep the conversation going. If you do have questions within the week, put it on here underneath the video and let's keep the momentum going. But look at it this way. You might be somebody's source of blessing. Somebody need to hear this in order to get up, dust themselves up, and be able to put themselves first. So let's keep pushing this out. Right? If you are new here and you don't know what this is A Dose of Encouragement Incorporated. And I am your founder and host of A Dose of Encouragement Incorporated. Again, we are working on a behind the scene for our social impact project this year, and we will be bringing you the details when it's deemed fit and when God has given us the push to do so. Right? Keep keeping us in your prayers. Keep supporting us one way, shape, or form that you can. Because look at it this way: we cannot do it without you. Right? You make us. You make us be able to support these people out there, and we cannot take you all for granted. We ask that God bless you, God increase you, God elevate you in anything and everything that you do, even as you supported those of Encouragement Incorporated to the world, to its peak, to be a beacon, to be a household name. We don't take that lightly at all. So we thank you for every support, whether through prayers, present, donations, right? We are thankful to you. If you are yet to also support us, remember that a Dose of Encouragement is a 501c company, right? A tax exempt company that um, is registered under the laws of the United States and that of Ghana. Am I or should I always be the one helping? When will my helpers come to, or when will those I'm supporting support me? Kinsumpi, I think I said earlier on that you might never get that same people helping that you helping to help you out, right? But if it is your calling to do, sometimes it is hard to look at this that, oh, I'm supporting them, they're not supporting me, to stop, right? Even when you've been bitten before, right? And I said that sometimes when you're doing these things, for me, I take it as though it's my calling. I take it as though that is who I am called to be. And so when you do things without expecting anything in return, that help or that support that you need come in diverse ways that you never think or imagine for it to come out of, right? So that is my clue, or that is one thing that I do to keep going, right? And every time I do that, one way or the other, support comes from places that you don't expect. So I'll tell you to give it a try on that. Hajia Amira, much love. Your new, no, I am. Quiet testimony won't kill me. All right. So Kinsumpi, I do hope I answered your questions on that, right? And even in doing this, I wrote a bit of a prayer. I said, Lord, help us to stop neglecting what you have placed inside us. Teach us to rest, grow, and heal. Show us to value ourselves, not in pride, but in purpose. Help us to walk boldly in the identity you have given us and to grow into the person you have created us to be. If anybody need that, I can send that to them. Right? We need to take care of ourselves. It is important to do that. So thank you for joining me. If you don't know who I am, my name is Amanda Akrofi Aye, and it's always a pleasure to come your way as your host and founder of A Dose of Encouragement Incorporated. Keep supporting us. Keep letting us know how we've been of support to you by using our website. My brother Kwame Testimony put it on here. We need that review. We need that what do you call it? Testimonials, right? So people can benefit from it. So if we've been in any way, shape, or form, what do you call it, to you, a support to you, send us your testimonials by using our website, right? A dose of an ADOEI, let me put it right here, adoei.org. Not for, hey, not for our own benefit, but to help others out. God bless you too. You all are something, says Hajia Mari. Dot. That is the website right there. It's also on the screen. Thank you guys so much for jumping on here. Right, give us that testimonials and let us be able to help and support more people. Until I come your way again, I sign out, and I'll see you all on the other side. Bye for now. There's no shadow you will move, mountain you wouldn't climb, running after you.